What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the mythical game that I feel is really underrated right now, because I completely forgot about it. I mentioned it to you guys in my community tab, and half of you guys didn't even know this thing is in the making, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, an Avengers video game. Now this is super cool across many reasons, alright? Way back in February, and when I say way back, I literally mean 2 months ago, okay? But it feels like way back because we've not heard anything since, more or less. But back in February, they released a little teaser trailer, which you guys can see in the background. It really isn't anything amazing or that I guess gets you hyped up. It kind of is just like, take a look at this, really. I mean, sure, it's a little bit exciting, but it's nothing to make you like freak out and be like super stoked for the game, right? But then also on the Marvel Games website, they came out with a whole bunch of information which I'm going to kind of list in this video to give you guys a little refreshed memory, I guess you could say, or just give you new knowledge if you guys simply didn't know about this game, and also why it's linked to the Spider-Man PS4 game coming up, in my personal opinion, because you know recently the attention that has been going on the Avengers Tower spotted in gameplay has been getting a lot of speculation. When I say a lot, I mean like over speculation, and I'm not even gonna lie, I definitely have overthought so many different scenarios with this specific freaking tower, okay? Like maybe that Avengers Tower is somewhat an Easter egg to the Avengers game, or simply to the Infinity movie, because of course Spider-Man's in there, but then it could be an Easter egg to the Avengers game in general, because essentially they're in the same universe. So all of these different things, I mean, you guys get in the comment section below and let me know what your thoughts are on that, but let me dive straight into the news. Alright, so back in February, like I said, Marvel Games had a little news article, and I'm gonna quote exactly what they said, which is, "We hired 15 world-renowned industry veterans." Obviously, that just sounds great, right? That just sounds magical as shit. The power and knowledge that is being brought to the table is just insanely powerful at this stage, right? So that of course goes from like production leadership, animation, design, art, and engineering, and these are also people that previously worked on games such as Batman Arkham Origins, Dead Space, Star Wars Battlefront. Let's hope they don't bring all their knowledge, I guess, to the table on that one, and many more. So that was coming straight from the co-head of the studio at Crystal Dynamics, and it does say their AAA experience adds to an already deep roster, making us well positioned to deliver on the ambitious goals we've set for ourselves with the Avengers project. Now, one thing that really caught my attention, right, was what they really said at the end of this article. So if you guys remember, if you did read it at the time it was, you know, delivered, I guess, they did say that the tremendous progress we've made on the Avengers project further drives us towards our goal of crafting something all Marvel fans will be proud of and will play for years to come, and we can't wait to show you what we mean in the future. So that very last sentence, playing for years to come. Now, I guess like you gotta make a game like great when it comes for years to come, right? And when I, you know, mention Spider-Man, because this is a very like, I guess a very picky topic. Some people want it, some people don't. But it isn't about an online mode, okay? Some people are for an online Spider-Man game, some people are simply dead against it, being like, that would just be the worst idea ever. For me personally, it wouldn't be, because I think there's like so much potential to add like the craziest things like off your imagination into that, simply by having that online. But I feel like the Avengers project, and bear in mind it's going to be multi-platform as well, will actually kind of take those two core elements and merge it into their game. So making it an online game, and of course making it, you know, a multi-platform game in general, which kind of instantly is a big pro, right, for everyone, because God knows like all the characters that are going to be in there, little Easter eggs and whatnot, and we are yet to see gameplay on that as well. But right now what I feel is like all the kind of like teasers going on in the Spider-Man game, because it was something so obvious that I wanted to be showed in that game, and even though I said it to you guys in the other video, right, like even if it could simply be an Easter egg, you surely wouldn't just want to throw that out there already, right? Like a whole point of an Easter egg is typically for people to find it when the game comes out and then share it. Like you never really share it a couple of months before it actually comes out. That's just my personal opinion. I could seriously be completely wrong on that, but I feel it's something they really obviously wanted to add into that, you know, playthrough for Game Informer, especially in gameplay videos as a whole, just so everyone can question it. And we know that Insomniac Games are excited about the Avengers project as well, because way back in January of 2017, they did say we are excitedly creating an all-new Spider-Man game, and today's Avengers announcement looks awesome. Great time for Marvel fans. So, I mean, as a whole, they're fans of this, they're excited for this, and I feel like all this stuff could potentially be behind the scene knowledge, you know, kind of a build up, because recently Eidos Montreal are basically looking to hire a monetization specialist for in-game stores, and they did list a whole job list, I guess you could say, like functions and duties, and you guys can see that on screen. I'm not gonna literally break it down point by point, as that would be boring as hell, but you guys can see they are making, you know, good movements, I guess you could say. They're talking about discounts, coupons, whatever it could possibly be, literally promotion as a whole, sponsorships and whatnot. Now, I guess the core thing to kind of take into consideration is that Eidos Montreal isn't actually, well, even though they're working on the Avengers game, they're not the lead developer. The lead developers are actually Crystal Dynamics, so that news as a whole, I guess it's somewhat relevant, but it could also be in regards to the Tomb Raider game as well. So all these little things are kind of adding up, but just the thought that there is an Avengers game in the process, that literally going word by Marvel, you know, is going to be a game that people are going to play for a while, basically for many years to come as a whole, and they can't wait to show what they have. That just makes me excited as it is. I feel like they didn't really need to show that trailer. Those words alone were kind of cool as it is, really. I mean, it just makes you think of all the things that could possibly be in there. I have a high expectation that E3 is going to be a great, you know, event as a whole, even though there's always something interesting there. I feel like this year is going to be even more interesting, simply because obviously Spider-Man PS4, we're definitely going to get some new gameplay as it is. We've got more coverage here. We got a whole month of pure coverage from Game Informer, simply all that stuff like combat, whatnot, which is coming out tonight as well. So E3, you know, is probably a great time to go ahead and show something, and considering that they did drop the Avengers project announcement trailer on February the 2nd, it shows that they have things to show, you know, they have got something in the making, and I think E3 is gonna be that. But at the same time, I don't really want it to take the limelight away from Spider-Man, because this game looks phenomenal, right? And I think what they're really gonna do is just hype up each other as a whole, and they're both gonna be great games for you know, a good couple of years to come. It's gonna be something people are gonna look back on and play and play and play. But get in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think on the Avengers project game as a whole? Are you excited for it? Is there anything specific you would like to see, maybe at E3 if they do go ahead and announce something? Or as a whole, what really style do you want in the game? Do you want that kind of really free roam aspect, and you know, where you can switch character to character to character, to hero, I guess you could say, and just do crazy cool stuff? Or would you want it like games like Batman Arkham Knight and so forth? Kind of I don't know, maybe in a specific mode, if that even makes sense, like a specific time frame of that, and it's just constantly battling to resolve something, if that makes sense. Or do you want it to be like a bright and colorful game like Spider-Man looks? Get in the comment section below, let me know what you think. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this video here. The more news we get on this, the more I'm definitely going to cover. I really don't know how the game just left my imagination. Honestly, I can't even remember February the 2nd, honestly. But I feel right now it's a very underrated game. But that purely is the reason, just like Spider-Man was, because we didn't get any gameplay, screenshots, or anything like that. When you simply get kind of like a boring little trailer, you don't really, well, it doesn't break the internet, I guess you could say. It's not really going to get people tremendously hyped up, but it definitely does say, you know, hey, we've got something in the making, and it's going to be great. But there's just a whole bunch of things I can just go on and on about. But I think I will make another video discussing my ideas on things I would like to see in this type of game, and like I said, you guys get in the comment section and just share your damn thoughts. But that being said, there's another Spider-Man video coming out tonight. We got more information from Game Informer, and if you've missed the previous ones, there is a playlist in the description below. You can just go straight to the channel. But I will see you in the next video, but till then, have a great day, and adios amigos.